Big deal.
I mean, how tall? You think this is like 14 inches?
Something like that. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's definitely
it's solid
bigger than a
14
foot.
inches.
Yeah,
I've never seen a glass cock like that.
You never know what you're going to find
there's
here.
so many different colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the reds and the hues of red and
Who here would use this?
Grown-up, human, comic, people! Grown-up, human, comic, people!
Welcome to the show. This is episode 26 of Volume 2 of Grownup Human Comic People. Welcome to this motherfucking show. This is, as we said, this is the third episode. We've done two before this, so we are all considerably more fucked up than we are. Dan doesn't even have his headphones on.
So now what, bitch?
I was going to say,
I hear you.
You can't hear anything I have to say.
And Dan Degnan is way different. He's
yeah.
so far beyond.
Let me just say
fucked up.
this. As the only female of the humans, I'm happy to announce that we have another female here with us.
Yes, right now. We have Dr.
And she's
Holly
awesome. Dr. Holly.
on the podcast.
No, Holly's awesome.
So we're going to go around the table and everybody say hello. Chris?
Oh, I don't know.
Holly?
Hello.
Becky?
Hey.
J-Man?
Hey,
Oh, Greg?
that's me.
Daniel?
Hi.
I'm Jared. Welcome to the show. We are the humans. You can find us at grownuphumans.com. You can find us at epicastnetwork.com/grownuphumans. Does that one's teeth? That's not horrible.
No. I'm just having a hard time supporting my upper body. And I went to lean forward and I just spit out of my mouth, out of myself. I hit my head against the mic.
Get that mic closer to you. There you go.
I'm going to start using this as support.
This is the third episode. We are like well on our way.
And because this is now 4 episodes since we heard the Pittsburgh Gaming Con.
Yes.
When we were waiting for Don Geely to show up,
Yeah.
we heard him.
I heard him first.
Yeah, you did. You were like, I hear Dan. You were looking at me. You did not see him. And then I started looking around, and I heard him, too. And I was like, nope, it's like sonar with your voice.
It was literally a room full of people, like a loud room full of people. Like a literal gymnasium full of people. And I was like, oh, Dan's here.
I have a loud, distinct voice.
Yeah.
It makes me easy to track, but hard to follow.
Man, you are fucked up. And so am I.
I'm fucked up.
So, you can find us also iTunes, Google Music, Stitcher, Libsyn, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud at Grown Up Human Comic People. Rate and review. We've been saying this the last couple episodes. Go on there. If you like the show, give us a rating and a review. It helps us to be visible on the interwebs.
Yes.
And also, we will read any review on the show that you put up there. You can even request a particular human to say whatever you write on the show.
As long as it's not ethnically offensive.
Yes. There are 2 words we won't say. But other than that, go ahead and
Just use your best judgment. Don't be an idiot. We didn't even limit
A
down
lot
to
of
2.
our fans are pretty cool people.
Yeah.
Most of our,
No,
if not all of our fans,
fans
pretty
are cool
fucking
as
cool,
fuck.
awesome people.
Yeah, so good for you for listening to this.
We don't know.
No, I'm going to...
There's that silent fan who's out there who loves comic books but also loves Hitler. We don't know that.
Well,
That's
you
a
know,
good point, yeah.
he was a decent artist.
And if that guy's out there, just think about changing your mind is all. That's all
So
we ask.
even if you don't say whatever previously mentioned like non-stated words, just if you like yes, love the podcast, also love Hitler, we won't read that one either. But
No, I'll read that one.
No, I'll read that one too.
I'll
read
read
it.
it
That one.
in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
well, whatever. You guys can read that. I'll read all the ethnic ones. You guys read the Nazi ones.
We already
How about that?
determined that all the horrible words we're going to have Greg say, just no matter if he's the one reading it or not.
Get him out of the way.
Greg also loves Hitler. Greg
I
loves
want
Hitler.
some. I want.
Sure, that too.
You should have seen the what the fuck Greg just gave me. Like, why would you say that?
No, seriously, the worse the review, I will pick the most terrible review that you give us, provided you also give us a 5-star rating,
Yes.
and I will come to your cubicle and sing it to you loud enough that your whole floor can hear it.
Live.
Live. I'll
Live
sing
request.
it to you.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
Dan will also record your voicemail if you desire.
Yeah. I'll record that as your voicemail.
Yeah.
For $5, I'll record anything you want.
And for $150, in addition to Dan singing to you,
Oh,
we can. Yeah.
I forgot to tell you guys. So speaking of which, one of our fans jokingly said, because I think Dan, last time I was here, I haven't been here in a few episodes, someone offered like $100 for your guys to cast model of a cock, but then $10,000 for my vagina.
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah, one of my friends said, I'm going to buy a glass because I can't afford the $10,000 cast of your vagina. I'm not going to say who he is because I know his wife listens to this too, but we'll get you that glass, buddy.
So if you're a wife who listens to this, your husband might want to use Becky's synthetic vagina.
Oh my God, Ken listens to this.
That's really
Who
weird.
was it?
That's really weird.
Not saying. I'm not saying.
I'm just we're moving along.
That's a
now.
joke,
Let's
Ken.
move along.
That's a joke. I'm really proud of you for running the marathon too.
Wait a minute.
What else
Hold
we
on.
got?
Wait. So, like on our episode where we're talking about making our penises with the mold,
Yes.
Yeah.
people took us up on that.
Yeah.
Well,
not yet.
I think Dan said $100 for one of your guys' cock, and then he said $10,000 for mine.
Well, it's not.
It was
the fact
something like that.
Well, it's $150 for Chris to use the penis mold, and then we send it to Ed Bailey. Shout out to Ed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Bailey,
Wait.
Bailey partner.
Why am I finding out about this now?
You were here when we
were
talked
here.
about it.
Yeah.
No, we talked about it. I'm saying, did somebody actually
No,
say they would
no,
do
no,
that?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
a friend of mine
Sorry.
jokingly said he said, I don't have the $10,000 to take you up on the cast mold of your vagina, so I'm going to buy one of your the Grown-Up Human Comic People glasses instead.
Oh, okay.
You guys should have seen. I think I mentioned this a couple of you. You should have seen the look on Ed's face when I told him what we had talked about and all that shit. He was just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Is he really surprised? I've heard some of the shit they talk about on Drinking
Oh
Podcast.
yeah, I'm sure. I don't think it was a surprise. He was just like, okay, that's cool. I guess.
And Ed's okay now.
Ed is okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I'm
just saw him
so
the other
happy.
day. He looks, he looks good.
just good.
A little bit more uptight. Apparently, it caused his butthole to get super tight
No.
because he freaked out about getting a fucking silicone Chris cock.
You know what? For $200, now you can just give Ed $200, and I'll give you my dick.
Yeah.
So
I update.
He's here, so
Chris's girlfriend is over
very
there with
proud.
a particular look on her face.
Looking very proud.
It's not the real dick; it's the fake dick, the
Yeah,
plaster
yeah.
Paris dick.
Yeah, not a literal dick. Yeah. Is it plaster of Paris? Is what it?
I was
the
thinking
material?
silicone. But
Oh,
it's
I
gotta
don't
be
know.
silicone.
No, the
know what the
mold is
fuck
like, oh God, let's just move on, please.
Anyway, send us some money. We'll send Ed a dick.
Yeah. To cheer him up.
Where was I? Oh, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram at Grownup Humans. That's like the third time I haven't gotten through the intro part of this. But I like
happens.
that. It's good. So the plugs. Oh yeah, go to Southside Comics, 1931 East Carson Street. Dan, why don't you tell us a little bit about the shop since you work there? Go ahead.
Is it
Go ahead.
1931 East Carson Street? Is that right, Dan?
1931. Yes. Yes. It's 1931. Is that correct? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Look,
are
Holly's
the
doing a
hours?
great job of being Dan Degnan right now.
Yeah.
So.
What are the hours at the shop?
Oh God, leave
Dan.
her alone.
Actually, what are the hours? I don't.
Yeah.
know the hours.
Monday through Sunday. I'll be there anytime.
Actually, yeah, he's open on.
it's
you're
10 to,
open again on Sunday.
10 to 7, right?
I think 10 to 7. Yeah.
Except for Sundays, which he's open till
5.
That's why she got
Look, Holly used to work there.
Holly got fired.
I didn't get
Holly
fired.
did not
Holly
get
got fired.
You don't even know the hours of the store.
Yeah.
Holly is a literal doctor, and we're.
And she got fired from a comic book store.
It's sad.
And now she's going to get fired from her doctor job because they found out she got fired from a comic book
So
store.
sad.
Like, Holly, can we just see you in the office for a minute?
Holly's homeless
Holly
now.
alone. Leave Holly alone. I'm going to start. No, I'm not going to cry. But I will say leave them alone.
All right,
What else
anyway,
we got?
go to radicaltrivia.com. Come out and see some trivia shows in your local bars / restaurants, and me, I, or the people who work for me will entertain you and swear at you, and maybe put some stuff in your butt. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Or threaten to.
Yeah, or threaten to at the very least.
It doesn't have to be a threat.
Sure, yeah, it could be.
It could
that's
just
a
be
promise.
it could be a nice.
An enticing prospect.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you
we
go.
can just do stuff around the outside too. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You don't have to go in. Just around the outside's fine.
Sometimes just the suggestion of going in is enough to stimulate.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
It's like, oh,
lipstick or chapstick on a butthole.
Right. Exactly.
Don't use Burt's though.
The
Burt's that
tossed
shit will turn it
salad.
on fire.
No Burt's Bees on the
I'm
butthole.
gonna have some
no, I
Burt's Bees on the butthole. That's the
Burt's Bees on the butthole is the worst
Burt's
idea.
Bees.
Bees in the
Butthole.
bottle. That's the hashtag too.
That shit reminds me.
Actually, shout out to Kendall's wife Liz, who actually, speaking of chapsticks and sexual organs, made me that.
Oh, yeah.
knitted me that lovely dick chapstick holder.
She's making me one too. I asked her for
Yeah,
one.
there, it's awesome. Burt's Bees.
Make sure that's clarified. Like that.
I kind of like it unclarified.
Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, Midnight Rose. Either of you gentlemen, let's say something.
Is it Chris's turn?
Yeah, I think so.
Look,
Okay.
it's Midnight Rose with a K.
Yeah,
It's Midnight Rose with a K, and I have accepted the position.
Oh yeah. Chris is our possibly going to be our new online marketing manager.
Yeah, but I'll be known as Apache Dick.
Apache.
please hire Chris to do your online shit for you. What email should they send that to if you want to hire you for? Because I want you to stop working at a fucking bank. That's so stupid.
Yeah, it is. I don't know because I have a couple at this point.
Well,
I'm
just
not
one.
sure.
Not your personal one, but like you can email us at grownuphumans at Gmail or yours.
Yeah.
I can forward it to.
I mean, it's thechrisgable@gmail.com. That's what I should be doing. I should be just accepting that because
do
it works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can make some money that way.
If if you want me to do something for you.
Or
I think
send him
people-
just a bunch of like inappropriate pictures is fine too.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah,
dicks.
Just flood his email with all sorts of nonsense.
yeah.
And also metamesh.org. Monkey is over there. Becky works with. They work together.
They're a great nonprofit. And also, just a quick thing, we are going, I know that you've probably heard about net neutrality and that the Republicans, 95% of Republicans and no Democrats in our House of Representatives voted to basically strip us of internet privacy. It's not as bad as people think, but it's bad. So we are actually going to have an informational session sometime at the end of April, probably when this comes out. Beginning of May. If you want to learn about how to set up a VPN, how to protect yourself as best you can with these new laws, contact us. Just Google MetaMesh, email one of us, info@metamesh.org, and we'll get you set up.
Nice. And speaking of the Republicans, the Black Forge Coffee has also put a hit out on.
I was thinking about
all
that.
the top members.
Look, you know what? Look, one of the co-owners, Ashley Quartz, is on our board of directors. They are some of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah.
They serve kick-ass coffee, Zeke's Coffee, and they are just sweet, awesome people. It's a pillar of the Allentown community.
Goddamn right it is.
And you know what? They're getting actual threats.
Yeah.
And fucking, do me a favor. If you've been there, or even if you haven't, go on, give them a good rating, because there's a lot of the Donald assholes out there trooping them, leaving 1-star reviews, just making and threatening them.
Well, you know how the old saying goes: worship Satan, pay the price. They're just paying the price.
Isn't it?
That's like the whole thing they're trying to do. They're trying to make them out like Satanists.
Yeah,
They
it's
are,
ridiculous.
but it's just they're some of the best people I know, and it's hurting. It's hurting me to see them go through this because Ashley is just such a sweet person. And so
All
is
right,
Nick.
don't get me wrong. I like Nick. I also like Ashley. I'll be fucking hard bent to call them the best people I know. They're good people. They're good people. But calling them the best people I know, woo, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't call me the best person I know.
Oh, I'm definitely not the best person I know,
I'm
for
not
sure.
the best person I know.
Well, Ashley and I are very close. So
Yeah, no, I'm busting their balls. They're great. They're fucking fantastic.
and
Shout
how,
out to Nick. Good
yeah,
job with this.
yeah,
card.
and
It's
Ashley
fucking
too.
Awesome.
You guys are fantastic.
setting up in a very bleak part of town. It's a huge gamble, and they set up there in Allentown for a reason.
They've helped to bring a lot of life back.
A lot of life
Yeah,
back in
for sure.
Allentown.
Great
and
shows.
I work
Putting on
there
good shows.
as well as as Jared does too, and I love it there. And I love those guys, and I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, please.
Oh, the hashtag is I stand by Black Forge.
I
think?
stand with Black
I
Forge.
stand with Black Forge. Yeah, every time just hashtag that on your Instagram posts or whatever.
Yeah. So just support them if you can. And you know what? Go up and serve. But I don't know if you guys knew this, but the food that they serve is actually made by prisoners out on probation who can't get jobs.
I didn't know that.
And they make really great food,
It's called
actually.
Community Kitchen.
Thank you.
Yeah, we also have their stuff at the cafe.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's good food. It's really great food. I mean, you stop by and it's...
I've never gotten the shits after eating it. ever.
That's
It
that's
breakfast
high
wraps,
praise.
sandwiches, and it's good, solid food.
It will
I'm
only.
gonna feed it to Gable, and if Gable doesn't get the shits after eating it, I feel like that's
the ultimate test.
the ultimate endorsement.
Ultimate
I
test.
haven't got the shits after.
Well, okay,
true,
yeah,
fair enough.
Becky is also that's a solid endorsement. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
this food will make you strong.
this isn't related to the shits, but I wanted to tell you guys. So I haven't been here in a couple episodes. I've been in the hospital, but my first time ever recording with you guys was on February 21st. And I was in the hospital and I set up a reminder for myself. Because now remember, the first time we were supposed to get together, it was snowing, and we postponed it because it was really shitty outside. And we came here and we got drunk at Jared's house.
Yeah.
But the second week after, which was early March, now this time I was in the hospital last year, and I sent the reminder for 2017, not 2016. So I'm in the hospital looking like, we're recording? And then I realized it was at the address, because I put the address of the old comic book store, and I'm like, I just realized I sent a reminder for last year, my very first episode with you guys.
Nice.
And I was like freaking out about it to the nurses. I got to get out of here. And I was like getting dressed. She's like, no, honey, you're really high on morphine and you need to sit down in the bed.
I hear that all the time.
1 year anniversary of me being on the show passed.
Yay! Cheers!
Yeah.
Ching,
I was
ching,
pretty
ching, ching.
excited,
Thank you.
actually.
Did we toast on that?
We did not toast
We
this
did.
one.
On that one. Just
Cheers. Now we
Here,
toast.
I'll use the
Cheers,
glass. It's okay. No trabe. But I just wanted to tell you guys that because my nurse thought it was really funny. Because when I came out of the opiate haze, she's like, "Honey, are you in like a radio show or something?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You mentioned wanting to go to the humans." I think they thought I was nuts. But then I told her, I'm in a podcast. We're called The Humans. She's like, "Oh, you were really happy, excited about it." I'm like,
like you said so many things around people where you're like, Jared made nicest video. People are like, yeah, no, you're just high.
yeah.
Especially that.
Jeez.
Any hoozle.
Yeah.
We were going to go for what Chin's doing first on this one. How about that? Well, I think we were going to talk about something. What was it? Oh,
I was just going to mention, I have when I get sick, I get a lot of extra time to watch things, whether it's on Netflix, Amazon, cable, what will you. So very, very rarely do I see a piece of television or a film that affects me so much that I watch it twice, and then I invite all my friends to watch it. And this happened with me with an episode of Black Mirror, which is the British-produced television show, which is currently on Netflix, all 3 seasons.
It's fucking awesome.
It's a very bleak show. Black Mirror references the kind of, technology screen because we all have them. When they're off, it's a black mirror. Each episode is a standalone episode. They're all varying in length. They're not related to each other in any way. They're all pretty, again, like I said, bleak and almost negative portrayal of how technology affects our lives, except for one episode in season 3 called San Junipero. And I invite you all to watch it. It's on Netflix, season 3, San Junipero. It is just a very positive, if not complicated, portrayal of life. And I don't want to give any spoilers because it's a very complicated episode. But, man, I cried happy tears at the end of it. And that rarely happens. So give it a watch. It's an amazing piece of television. Yes. And it will make you feel better about your life.
I watched it too. It's excellent. Absolutely excellent. Best use of a song in a show or anything that I've ever seen.
Completely agree.
It sums up what is happening in front of you, and it also, because of the time period, the song,
it's perfect.
Perfect use of a song.
Just the use of music in general, but absolutely, I'm not going to give away the song, but please watch it.
Nice.
San Junipero is the name of the episode. Black Mirror is the show. I love recommending something that affects me that much to other people. Please watch it.
Just whipped out his cock.
Yeah. Okay.
Cock on the table.
What is that?
That's fucking awesome. I just found it.
It's a multicolored
Giant glass
cock.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a picture of it so that...
Like
for this
as in a
episode.
roost or cocked people.
What
Just putting
in the
that-
motherfucking fuck?
Yeah, that thing is sweet. There's 2 of them, too. I like this.
So for those listening
with this
at home,
episode... No,
Yeah, they'll get it.
I'll release the picture with the episode.
Yeah, that's all.
we're not going to talk about this?
No. People can make up their own minds.
Yeah,
I
people
think.
can figure it out for themselves.
I mean,
I mean,
Dan just pulled out
okay.
a giant glass cock. That's all.
Yeah.
Big
So it's
deal.
pretty
I mean, how tall?
cock.
You think this is like 14 inches?
Something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
definitely
a solid
bigger than a
14
foot.
inches.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never seen a glass cock like that.
You never know what you're going to find
There's
here.
so many different colors.
Yeah.
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 I mean, the reds and the hues of red and
Who here would use this? Who here would use this in everyday life?
I was actually going to ask if I can take it home. The base is substantial enough to support the rest of it, and I'm going to say this is a
You
thing.
may not take it on. That's mine.
Jared, why is this in your house?
It was here when I got here,
Yeah,
and Dan is trying to break the other one.
he found a second cock.
There's a second one.
He found a second glass cock.
they are not identical. If
No.
as you'll note, this one is
The other one's a little hunched over.
this one is hunched over. Yeah, it has a
Where did you get these?
more exaggerated curve to it.
Yeah, I'm see you. I see you like this one so much.
Fuck, that one broke. God damn
Oh,
it.
you know what? So
There's a
do you
broken
guys
cock.
know white elephant parties, right?
Uh,
You know what a white elephant is?
Yeah.
so.
Okay,
yeah.
so
You
it's
get
like-
a shitty gift.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah, yeah.
usually around Christmas time, but instead of like a gift, instead of a grab bag gift, you pull out a number or whatever, and you get a shitty gift. In my PhD program of political science at Pitt, there was an 19th century photo, like not a photo, a painting, a legit huge. All right, this thing was 5 feet tall, huge.
Yeah.
Man with cock. And it's just a man in, the 1800s with his rooster. And this thing has been passed down and to Pitt political science PhDs. Now everyone knows what it is now because it's the only fucking thing wrapped like a painting.
Man with cock.
Man with cock.
It's amazing.
And people like professors, if you go to Pitt and you have to take a fucking shitty political science photo, if you see that in one of their offices, you know they lost the white elephant.
We need to steal that.
We can make that happen.
Yeah.
Because, man, let me tell you, people have been trying to get rid of that painting for over a decade.
Oh, we're definitely gonna have that. That's something that's gonna be in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Take the van.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're all
Man with cock.
we'll all dress up like ISIS people.
I have a picture of it. I never won it, thankfully.
I'll bring that fucking gun.
I just thought it was, oh my God.
I'm trying. I mean, simple burglary here. I don't want to
Not armed robbery.
Yes.
Well, I was gonna say we all like I get one of these cigars and just like smoke it through the mask. You're going to give us the man with cock?
Could you imagine see that on the news? Like terrorists steal.
Terrorist steal man with cock.
They'd have to put the title of the painting on there.
Yeah,
In the news article.
Man, terrorist steal man with cock.
And then like there's like the headlines read like man with cock might be more valuable than formerly.
It's actually a
thought.
Chinese man, so like
That's even better.
yeah. So he's got the long like Kill Bill type like
Oh man,
Oh, the beard.
the beard and the mustache.
that
It's
is
Nice.
sublime.
Ah, the Fu Manchu.
the Fu Manchu.
Oh, so if that happens, we definitely didn't do that.
Yeah.
If anybody hears about that, and that wasn't
Oh
us.
yeah, we.
I think
fucked
only
up.
one of my
I didn't
friends
hear
from
about
that
that.
program listens to this, and he usually doesn't when he's high, so we're good.
Oh, cool. Okay. So,
Let's review some comics.
okay, yeah, let's get to the comics. That's what Chin's doing. Watch Black Mirror and
San Junipero.
We definitely didn't steal that man with cock. Let's get to the Underwinter,
Okay.
shall we?
Who's doing that one?
I think I am.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Because I think I might be the only one that liked it.
I haven't read it, so
I like the art.
The art's so awesome. I love it.
Chris is opening the comic book.
I am.
He's looking at the comic book now.
Creative.
I'm sorry, I was just about to say I'm
Go
going
on.
to ruin the surprise for you, Chris. If you're wondering whether or not I'm going to go in, definitely going in. I'm not staying around the circumference. It's going right in your beehole. Go ahead. You like this. You like this dumb book. Go ahead. Talk about it.
I do.
Going in. I'm going in.
That's fine.
Not just going to be outside stuff.
No,
Listen.
it's going to be triple B
You go straight for the B.
Birds, bees.
on your butthole.
You go straight for the B with your P.
Won't be my P, promise.
No.
It's going to be digital.
Okay.
I'm going to digitally invade your asshole.
What were you going to say, Dan?
No, it wasn't going to be with my P.
Okay, I thought you were going to say something about the.
Anyways.
Oh, the book sucks.
Oh, okay. That's the idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick it in Chris's butt.
Ray Fox,
But
creator,
not my pee.
writer, artist. Steve Wantz, letterer. Danny V, costume consultant.
What?
I know, that's weird, isn't it?
Wait, what? Seriously?
Costume consultant.
Okay.
And variant cover by Jeff Lemire.
I'm just thinking of like a room full of people like writing a comic book in costume.
Oh, like that kind of.
Yeah, like that.
You have to get really into it.
Like in the room, they all show up for work with like hats on and shit.
I can't write without my Musketeers outfit.
I already know that everybody hates this, and I loved it. And I am not ashamed of that. I love the art style and the fact that it is a weird story.
It's not weird. It's like Eyes Wide Shut.
That's what I thought.
It was like Eyes Wide Shut with a chicken man.
Jesus. Okay. Now I'm definitely gonna read this.
Yeah.
You didn't read it?
I didn't read it.
I'm being overly critical just because Chris likes it so much.
Here's what I like about it. The story, you're right. The story itself is bare bones. It's
Yeah.
weird, but it's very it's not philosophical. It's just
No,
no, not by any means. But it is very poetic. It's a giant poem. That's what it is.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
like a shitty third grade poem where it's like, I have a lot of money. I tell you what to do. Now you play music and drink from my shoe. You know, it's like that's what it is. It's like that's the poem. There's the poem.
That was wonderful. I'm gonna write
Thank
that
you
down.
very much.
It is.
good.
It's
That was really
fantastic. But I don't agree with you. I don't. I think that
What's the poem? If you had to write a poem to sum up this book, what would the poem read? How would it read?
listen, I'm going to ask the Midnight Rose people here. Did you guys read this?
No, I didn't.
No?
I
There
got
was-
a different list of books, and this wasn't on it.
That's okay, because I got a very different list of books, too.
Okay.
So that's fine. Greg, did you read it?
No, same. As soon as I saw that there was a discrepancy, being that I had like a narrow window in time to read these, I
So, Greg, just confirming,
That was
you
an
didn't read it.
that was an encore.
Hold on, I read it.
No, but here's someone else who did read it.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's funny because Eyes Wide Shut is exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
Like, down to the letter. But I didn't like the story, at least not so far. I thought it was going to be another kind of a BDSM thing.
Yeah.
Until the fucking very last page where things get just thrown out the window, or common sense gets thrown out the window.
When it's Chicken Man.
Yeah. Here's what I did like, was the art.
Yeah.
I thought the art was kind of cool, and it was like a mixture of watercolors and, dark themed. It wasn't...
Yeah, it was like scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yes! That's exactly
that
what-
was the
Okay,
feeling
the
I
art in
got
that is
from the
amazing.
gate.
I love that fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was cool as fuck, man.
But, and it was, visceral at times, but also light and, colorful at times. What I don't like so far is the story. It's just kind of, a combination of, I don't know, any ballet movie or no, I know what it is. It's the fucking, I struggle with words. Greg,
Yeah.
help me out with this. The Amazon show about the musicians.
Oh,
Mozart
in the Jungle.
Mozart in the Jungle. It's a combination of Mozart in the Jungle and Eyes Wide Shut. That's it.
I like how you said any ballet movie, like all those ballet movies.
Jesus. But no, Mozart in the Jungle and Eyes Wide Shut. I thought it was going to be some sort of weird BDSM thing, but it's not. So they get these, like, especially the men have these kind of rigs on them, which is actually very similar to shibari rigs, which is a BDSM kind of
Are
thing.
they rigs or are they suspenders?
Those are rigs. Though going down to the crotch like that is rigs.
So he's got
So-
there's some kind of
I thought,
restraint on his penis.
Yeah, so I thought it was going to be, shibari, kind of cool, sort of BDSM. Again, eyes wide shut sort
Yeah.
of thing. But then you get to the last page.
And it's Chicken Man. Chicken Man wants you to play music for him. Chicken Man is
Fucking
rich.
weird.
You
I
play
thought
music for Chicken Man.
I
And-
just thought of the chicken lady from fucking
So
Kids in the Hall.
And here's the weird thing. So this is another use of a font that differs to tell someone else's perspective. and the main story, like from the musician's perspective, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. But the very beginning and the very end is either from Chicken Man or someone else.
Yeah.
And it's almost, what do you call it? Like fake deep.
Yeah.
Trying too hard?
Yes, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
But I didn't dislike it because again, I like the art. I thought, the aspects of BDSM were kind of cool if that's the direction that it's going. But I don't know. I'm going to say this preemptively. I'm going to read next just because where the fuck are they going with this chicken guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Had I known that there was a chicken man at the end, I would have done this for that. I didn't read it.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to avoid talking about. I'm sorry.
No. I just looked through it, and I'm like, I should have done that one. 'Cause
Yeah.
Well,
it looks
Chris,
like it makes no sense.
You really liked
it
it.
doesn't.
What did you think about that last part? Because
I enjoyed it because it gave a bizarre perspective and a whole, like, okay, we're taking this to the right that you weren't seeing from the get-go. And there's this weird chicken man at the end. Dan is right. It's a weird chicken man.
yeah,
He is. And he's sitting in his throne, his chicken throne.
Yeah.
And it's not a chicken coop. It's a chicken throne.
Yeah.
yes.
And I loved it because this is, to me, a poem. It is. The entire thing.
This chicken man at the end is
The chicken man
a
is
man who is hard to negotiate
I think you
with.
give it too much credit.
No, I like it. And I think it's a poem in the way that a musician can understand. Because it's very much from the perspective of a musician and talking about being on the road and just doing whatever you can. It's essentially turn the page with a very weird aesthetic to the art and then a twist at the end for me. That's the way that I looked at
See,
it.
I think that it's about a intensely bashful interpretive dancer who is also a chicken person. And he doesn't want anybody to see his chicken man dance because it comes spontaneously from while he's listening to music.
Are you saying this with two glass cocks in front of you right now?
Yeah.
I am, and this wasn't even intentional. I
just-
saw them down there, and the cocks called to me, and I pulled them out.
Are you a fan of Arrested
That's not a
Development? The whole chicken. Like, you have no idea what a chicken looks like. Every member of the Bluth family does, like, this chicken dance, and none of them know. Like, they all make up these weird fucking inaccurate
I
versions of chicken
am
dance.
familiar with that.
But the one thing that kind of weirded me out is that, so Ray Fox this is one of those books that's created, drawn, written by the same guy. So those are usually some of the more, like, pretentious or illogical ones that I've read.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I can't get
However-
anybody else to work with them.
Two things. There are no
myself
letters for this. Sometimes I love reading the letters from the author, the creator, because sometimes it gives you context. Even if it has nothing to do, there's nothing in this one. All that is on the back is this kind of weird, like, blood smear that says, "What is hidden will emerge," which is just, God, go fuck yourself.
So would
that means Chicken Man's going to pull his dick out.
so
Surprise, I got a chicken dick.
so would you read more, Chris?
I guarantee I'm the only one, but yes.
Holly? Sorry, Dan.
No.
I showed her the chicken man.
Okay. Becky?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
And I'll as you know, I think that people, I got this very strong sense of BDSM, which I'm a very big supporter of. And I think it's been illogically represented in the media, both print and film. If this goes, just seeing those bonds and those kind of like hints at shibari, that's the only reason why I will keep reading. That and the art is kind of cool.
Okay. G-Man?
I bought it, but I didn't get to read it. So, I mean, I'm definitely going to read it. Right. Yeah.
Greg?
Heck, sure. It's I mean, how many other Chicken Man books do I have? So, I mean, it's got it's memorable for that reason. Others maybe, I don't know. Yeah, who knows?
I
Sure.
don't think anybody explained the art style. Everybody's like, I like the art. I like the
No,
art.
I said it looked like a combination of watercolor and kind of like visceral painting.
Okay.
No,
But
but
it-
I also said it looks like scary stories to tell in dark.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that.
Kind of like that, yeah. Some of those are scary because they're a little bit abstract. And
Yeah. No, and that's how this whole book is.
Yeah, I
This
was,
whole
I was
book
about
is
to
like
say that
that.
same thing. That the whole thing seems pretty abstract, and even like in the opening couple of pages, I don't know if it ended up being part of this person's dream, but it's like the opening few passages are spoken seemingly from the point of view of an instrument being played. It
Right.
seems.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought it was kind of neat there. I don't know. I guess like from like the first couple of pages, it seemed kind of detached from realism, so I just kind of went with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan?
I think Ray Fox can suck my chicken McButtocks.
Chicken neck buttocks.
Sucks. Because, like, look at this. You guys see the outline of a violin or some sort of string instrument. The art is pretty cool. It's just, like, I agree with you in that the part is poetry, but it's like ninth grade girl listening to the most emo bands on the planet.
It is
poetry.
Yeah, you're right.
And she's like, I feel the bow hit against my ribs, but not with the hairs, but with the back of it.
Kaylee, it's time for dinner. Stop writing your journal.
Yeah, and but not before she finishes it. With,
I'm almost done!
Which, by the way, is called Colenio when they hit it with the back of the bow.
Yes. But he says that. She says that.
Oh, does she?
They said that, yeah.
Okay, I didn't really read it. I just kind of like skimmed through it.
and she says,
Look, Colenio. He said,
Okay.
she says, but I don't want
That's
it
the
to
whole-
stop. It hurts, but I don't want it to stop. And I was like, oh, cool, okay. Yeah, guess what? There's a lot of people who like, to be like bit while they're fucked or like smacked on their ass.
well, that's
like,
what I was
big
trying to
fucking
say.
deal.
Like, if this was like a cool...
And like I thought that's the direction it was
yeah,
going in.
like
I
the
thought
eyes
that's the
wide
direction it was
shut
going in.
kind of...
Shout out to those people.
Yeah. Big ups. Keep that biting going, man.
Nothing wrong with
that.
that.
Shit ain't wrong.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well-
I ain't mad at you.
Look, I would love to see, because what was that other fucking book that we read that I said was a poor representation of BDSM?
Oh, the one where she was fucking demons.
Discipline.
Discipline. Yeah, so I'm still reading that just
I like that
because
book.
I do.
Yeah.
But I'd really like to see positive or at least accurate representations of BDSM out there, and there's a severe lacking, which is why I'm interested in this book.
Fair enough.
This is a more like artistic kind of interpretation, but hey, man, whatever goes, that in the art, but God damn it, Chicken Man!
Well, you asked for
Whatever.
more accurate. That's accurate.
Well, yeah. I mean,
See, that's what happens. You want to get into
Everybody
that kinky stuff, you end up fucking a
You're
chicken.
gonna
So
turn
that's all reads low.
You're gonna turn into
all
a chicken
roads
person.
lead to fucking a chicken. Man.
Everyone, watch Secretary with Maggie Gyllenhaal. You won't be disappointed. Go ahead.
I have seen that.
so I haven't read it, but I will. That's yeah. Let's yeah. Let's
I'm
do it.
surprised.
Well, I
you
just
wanna-
didn't get a chance to.
Oh,
If you like this book, you fuck chickens.
Yes.
Obvi.
So real fast. So let's move on to the next segment. I have a fuck 'em to the goddamn people. Not my across the street neighbor, but the people who live on the corner who have a driveway and they still park on the fucking street because
What?
their back door is nearer to the street than their front door is to their driveway.
Are they obese?
No.
Uh,
No, there's
lazy.
no fucking reason. Like, okay, if you have groceries, sure, why not?
Yeah.
But like, there are other people who live on the street, and there are often people at my house here. And so there's like just now we had to move the car because there were too many cars in the street, and they can fuck right off with that shit.
Agreed.
Somebody needs to accidentally take their mirror off. They'll stop parking on the street.
I'm definitely I'm thinking about doing it. I mean,
Oh.
I'm not going to do that for sure, but
Yeah,
that
if
were
somebody
to happen-
accidentally took one of their mirrors off, like, and had like a big like '60s vehicle that's like made of steel,
probably wouldn't damage that vehicle. At all.
probably
You know
wouldn't
what?
do anything to that vehicle.
I've never knocked anyone's mirror off with a pumpkin. Never. I've also never knocked it off with a grapefruit.
I currently live in the east suburbs.
Hmm.
Usually I live in the city, but since I've been sick, I moved to the suburbs. We have a woman out in the east suburbs named Deirdre. I don't fucking care that I said her name. Not only does she not use her driveway in the suburbs, which can hold 4 cars, but she blocks off with cones, orange parking cones, anywhere in front of her street where the property is, which, by the way, is illegal.
Yeah.
And not only that, but she has a lot of visitors because she has a big family.
Yeah.
She's a retired woman. I think she's in her late 50s. Even her children who visit her have to use the guest wireless. She has her own Deirdre, and then she has Deirdre guest. Must Ask Deidre for password is the name of the. Even her children have to do that.
Wow. She's
And
an
if
asshole.
she's a cunt.
Because that
I'm going
bitch
to
is
say
into
it right
some
now.
kinky shit.
She's
a
a horrible
fucking
person.
chickens, too.
She calls the police for any little thing. So, man, let me tell you about neighbors and fuck them. Completely agree, Jared.
Deirdre is a chicken person.
Deirdre
And
the
that's-
chicken fucker.
And that's the end of that.
Ask my
it gets
mom to
this-
listen to this one, so she's going to be like, yeah.
We'll get to the last book. Man, I'm like sweating. Is anybody else hot in here?
I'm
now?
hot.
But I'm wearing a sweater. My pits have been sweating for about 40
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah, because I don't want to feel
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was me being fucked up or I was
So
just like, man, I'm
I
hot.
think I'm a little fucked up. Though.
Yeah, I'm definitely fucked up. Yeah. Anyway, so The Damned.
Damn.
So I definitely read this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna go through
You
and
need to reassure us
I
of
have
it
a
definitely.
quick question, Jared. You know this too because like this was released. Normally, we get like graphic novels and their chapters as like after
Single issues.
single
Right.
issues.
Right.
This was released as a single graphic
yes.
novel because at the back it says the rest to be next chapter to be released in May 2017.
correct.
It's kind of unique.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
unique.
Yeah, it's cool. So this is in chapters. Looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna review the first chapter. So this is The Damned. It's written by Cullen Bunn, who also did. He does Harrow County, which is fucking awesome too.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Harrow County is great. It's a great horror comic. It's probably the best horror comic out right now. Illustrated by Brian Hurt, colored by Bill Crabtree, lettered by once again Crank !
Oh, no way.
Crank is really going for it.
Getting around.
Yeah, designed by Keith Wood, edited by Charlie Chu. So it's by Oni Press. Shout out to Oni; they do some interesting stuff.
Honey cartoons.
So, we're going to start at the beginning. There's a little letter at the beginning, and it says things. And so we're at chapter 1. So we start off with an old timey vehicle crashing through a wooden fence. Some men get out of it. They see a dead body whose throat has been slashed and it's covered in flies. They talk about this for a minute. The guys seem uncomfortable with this. The one guy picks up the other guy's, the dead man's hand.
They tell him to, though. They tell him to pick him up. They were like,
Yeah.
you get his hands and we'll get his feet.
Right, exactly. That's
Yeah, they set him up.
Yeah,
Because-
I chose to skip that part of the dialogue.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is it
Because-
intentionally?
because Jared definitely
pulling
read
a
this.
Chris- Oh, you
No,
motherfucker.
Daniel, because Jared definitely read this. He just
definitely
didn't want to give any.
definitely read it.
He just
Absolutely
didn't
read this.
just didn't want to give any spoilers.
Yeah, I don't
No
have any spoilers, so I'm just going through.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. So then so this dead person gets up and he is looks like he's choking on something and the flies are in his mouth.
Do you think he knows karate?
Maybe he's doing some motions here. He gets up. These gentlemen seem to know him. They talk about some stuff. They all get in the car, and they go back to a very large house. Some. Oh wow! So there's a man who is now talking with a demon with big old horns. Kind of looks like Hellboy a little bit. The demon in here.
Are you sure he's not just sunburned?
He might just be sunburned. I don't know. It might be a guy with like some like really horrendous
Sunburn.
disfigurement on his face.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a result of a frat prank.
That could be
is
HPV.
implied.
That's a
That
good
could
point.
be
Yeah, yeah.
HPV.
Good point,
That
yeah.
could be,
And maybe it is- it
like
could be HPV.
bark man, like tree man. That
Right.
could just be,
Yeah.
it could be a couple warts.
Could be anything.
Yeah, and he got sunburn.
Yeah, so he's a sunburned.
He's trying to be normal like the other kids.
He's a sunburned person living with HPV.
Yeah,
Shout out to those people.
yeah.
And
Hashtag the struggle is real.
Struggle's
Hashtag we got you.
so this man's talking with this sunburned person. They talk for a while. They're discussing some things, and then we cut to a sewer, and then we cut back to the guy who was previously dead with kind of scars on his face. He goes to look to a kind of Great Gatsby type of party.
They're doing the jitterbug.
Yeah, they're doing the jitterbug. He talks to a lady. The lady seems upset, and some men want to talk to him. He goes to a room.
Do you think her name's Sexy Pearl Neck?
I mean, does she have pearls on?
Yeah, she got I think her name's Sexy Pearl Neck.
Sexy pearl neck. Like not pearls the way that you were thinking, listeners. Get your mind out of the
Sicko.
gutter.
You
Yeah,
fucking
this is a
sickos.
classy party. It's not that kind of party.
Yeah. Idiot.
So they're at this party. This guy's talking to the person who's presumably throwing the party, and then we get to kind of a weird, almost Hellraiser type swamp thing. looks like when you solve the puzzle box and you get sucked into that weird dimension.
Yeah.
There's a sort of a golem-looking person with red eyes.
Or is it a hungry monkey?
It could be a hungry monkey. Yeah. Yeah.
He's cranky. You think?
I
Because
almost-
he hasn't had any bananas in a while.
I'm hungry, and I almost said I'm a hungry monkey, and then I realized that was going to be really fucking racist against myself.
Who's my hungry monkey?
Who's my hungry monkey? Who's my hungry monkey?
Oh my god! Oh man, I fucked up. So,
Will my hungry monkey dance for food?
also my shoes are scuffed.
My shoes hurt. My shoes hurt too, Dad.
There's some Hellraiser shenanigans here. The hungry monkey tries to eat this guy because he's hungry. The guy wakes up. He has apparently been drinking all night. Next day, he's with a kind of a fatter guy. I'm not sure if that's the same person or not. Maybe it is. He goes to a grocery store, presumably to get food for the monkey from before.
Yeah. Do you think
he talks
they
to-
they're probably friends?
Sure, yeah, exactly. He's popping into Kings Hill grocer to get some hungry monkey treats, and so he gets on the phone with Sexy Pearl Necklace, and goes back out of the car. Talks to the fat guy in the car. Sexy Pearl Necklace shows up again. Her boobs are almost out. I see there's a bit of a nipple there. for a
Jeez
second.
Louise,
read it?
put them away.
I missed the
Yes,
nipple
I
the
did.
first time.
Yeah, there's a little.
I'm not going to buy the cow if I get the milk for free.
Name's
You know,
Sophie.
so put
Sexy
those
lady's
things
name
away.
is Sophie.
No, I definitely read this, so I knew that. And then there's a guy.
Sorry, I walked away for a bit.
Spectacle head.
Spectacle head, yeah. There's a guy with a bunch of eyes on his face. He was having sex with a larger woman. She's naked, no nipples there. But he talks to Eye Face for a while. And then a goat man shows up to a different house and punches a guy in the face, or in the gut, and in the face, and then looks like he has kind of an orgasm, and then he shoots somebody, and that is, and then that's the end of the first chapter, and then everyone's dead.
Yeah, it was very. I think like I feel like that first chapter of Dan is a poem about
Sexy Pearl
about
Necklace.
being friends,
Right.
About being friends,
Yeah.
because no matter if you are a person with HPV or you're
Or sunburn
a person
or whatever.
or have sunburn, you shouldn't hate your friends because they got sunburn.
No, it's not that. It's not their fault.
That was the whole thing in this first issue. He had sunburn, and this guy wanted to break up with him for being, sunburned
That's
as a
not
friend.
Cool. Yeah. Tolerance.
Idiot.
It's called tolerance. Hashtag tolerance.
Yeah, hashtag tolerance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
Care about your friends. We're coming up on the summertime now, folks, okay? Yeah, so maybe not everybody can put on SPF before they go out.
Right. Some people can't afford it.
It's very important.
Yeah.
So when your friend comes in burned, don't neglect them. Just
some
because
people-
they
some
look like a
people are-
lobster, idiot.
Some people are fair skinned as well.
Yeah, some people. I'm Northern European. I have very fair skin. I could be that friend.
Exactly.
If you did that to me, I would shoot you.
like as one does.
Like
Like at the
like
end
goat
of the first chapter.
Like goat head.
Yeah. So
So there
Well,
you go.
would you?
You know what? Holly, would you care to comment?
What do you think happened?
She's shaking her head no. Okay, that's fine.
Tell
No?
us your favorite
Holly's a
part.
doctor, though. So tell us
She's a
about
doctor.
what happens if you get sunburned and you have HPV. What happens?
absolutely nothing. Nothing. It's okay, nothing.
Yeah, no, you get red and you will grow fungus on your face.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what she said. She's a doctor too, so
Well, this-
that's
Yeah,
This-
that's
this
what
is
she
that's
told me
law.
that off air.
This is
And that's how people turn into demons.
Yeah.
They go to hell and
Yeah.
become gay.
This is being this is being broadcast, so whatever we say is true.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
feel like
So
the
I
moral
walked away for like 2 seconds. Are you still talking about the damned?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Because
yeah,
I-
that's what this
because
book.
I
This book is about avoiding sun damage and HPV
Yeah.
and Satan.
and I definitely read it, and that's why.
I said, yeah.
Frat pranks gone wrong too.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Wait.
Just think it through. Make your best judgments.
Take
when
it
you're
easy.
gonna Do a frat prank. Don't take it too far. That's not cool.
Give hug.
wait.
Give your friend a hug.
And if someone has
They
their
need
shoes on, then that's fair game.
I
Yeah.
have
That's
a
the rules.
question
Yes.
because this is. So first of all, I love things from the late 20s, early 30s, which is where this takes place, seemingly.
Right.
But that aside, because I like the art style from that, and I love the hats and shit, and the woman's kind of flapper style costume, Sophie's. So the main character,
her name is Sexy Pro Necklace.
okay, so
So we can.
the main character
Yeah.
though, is he like comparable to? All right, I know you guys talked about the Iron Fist without me, but Faramir's character, where he can't die, so they just keep using him as a.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is that his thing?
And he's
Well, you go ahead, Dan.
no. I was just going to say he's a bad friend.
I was gonna field this one because obviously I read it.
Yeah,
and
why
know
don't
a
you
lot
take
about it.
this
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
Take a
that's
read.
definitely.
No, I read it too. So he can die because he keeps going into the underworld.
This,
Yeah.
I didn't read this. I didn't read it.
So look, here's how I think of it. Okay, this half of the table.
done.
These are parallel discussions.
Yeah.
So Becky, no. Becky, I'm right there with you. Restate your thing. You said.
All right, look, the
Yeah, I'm with
Damned
you.
seemingly takes place in the late 20s, 30s. It's like a criminal noir, but with this added kind of demon influence where the demons are like these mob bosses from the 30s.
Yeah, crime story.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. It's just, but the main character has been used several times by these demons because he can die or at least play dead for long periods of time, and that in that way he can get information. He can be
Yeah, I feel like he can go deeper. He dies, but he can be brought back at all
right
times.
because I think this kind of fucking Smeagol-looking character who plays this sort of like death kind of character wants to keep him there, but he can't.
Hungry Monkey.
I think
Like
Becky's talking about Hungry Monkey. Now.
Hungry Monkey. Yeah,
Hungry
it's
Monkey. Also,
Smeagol.
it's like what do you call it? The Boatman River Styx. You know what I mean? I feel like it's kind of like
Charon.
that.
Oh yeah, Karen.
Okay.
Or Charon. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name.
As
yeah.
I told you guys when I was sick, I've signed you up all for a tandem bike ride along the River Styx when you all die.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna do that.
That's happening.
I'm fine with that.
I've made my peace because I sold my soul to the devil to make sure DC's Wonder Woman be a success.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Well,
Oh, fair enough.
Perfect.
But
so, yeah, we can.
one of the conditions is that every one of the humans, Holly excluded, has to be on this tandem bike ride.
Well, as long as we have enough pennies,
Yeah,
We're good.
yeah, we'll be fine.
All right.
So would you
wait,
read?
I'll
Who
piss my
read The
pants
Damned?
if I'm riding
I'm
a
just
bike
curious.
with everybody.
I know Dan Degnan did.
Yeah,
Yep, I saw it.
Okay,
well,
I'm sorry. I didn't know that you didn't
definitely
read it.
So I absolutely read it.
Okay, all right.
That was, yeah. So, would you read more, Chris?
Not only am I going to read more, we're going to comment on it more. This is one of these ones. We didn't say this. We're going to continue on with this.
Right.
The next episode, we're going to go on to chapter 2 and probably 3 at this point.
Without Jared having read it.
And there's 5 episodes that we're going to, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, tune in next time for chapter 2 of The Damned, which I
Doesn't matter.
will have definitely read.
Yeah, we're all going to read it.
Yeah.
Except for Jared.
Right. So
Yeah, F word.
so you.
And I mean friend by that.
Oh. So would you read more? Dan, would you read more?
I did not read this, but I would because it sounds super cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Becky,
reading.
keep
I
reading?
love this kind of subject.
All right.
Yeah.
Damon.
Yeah, I'll keep going.
Yeah. Greg.
Yeah. So it's a well-told story with some supernatural stuff. Sounds cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah, I like a good book about friendship and trying to teach people how to be better friends.
Tolerance.
Because
Tolerance.
people
Jared,
want to know more about that because people sometimes are bad at it. So this is a friendship book, and I will read this friendship book.
Yes.
Dan, man.
I mean, I made a comment before. Sorry, I walked away. That's why I seem so fucking retarded right now. This is the first book that I know, and I've been reading comics all my life, that has been released as a graphic novel before.
Right.
Has there been any others that
They
you
do
know?
that sometimes,
Degnan.
Yeah. I have one right over there. There's one. It's called. Where it's on the shelf over there. I forget where it is. It's called like the. Maybe it's over there. I don't know. They do that. They do that sometimes. It's just
Okay.
like, if that's how someone wants to tell their story, then they do that.
I get that because I mean, if they feel like it's a more complex story and they feel like they
Right.
need to get a bigger chunk out to
Right.
get people hooked.
Yeah.
But I thought that's how they were doing it with the new Sandmans too. Like Game
Yeah,
was
they-
releasing like the
Oh,
whole,
the new, well,
yeah.
so that was a prequel. The new one,
yeah, like
yeah,
it's a prequel
it's a prequel.
to what?
His previous Sandman installments, which is like my favorite. comic of all
So
time.
this is going back whatever
Which,
fucking 20
by the way, guys,
odd years.
I'm the only one who's done the true Chris list. One of you guys needs to go sometime soon.
Yeah, we'll do it at some point. Anyway, I think that's
By the way,
pretty good for.
On the subject of graphic novel, did I glean that when we were talking about the Neil Gaiman book that we looked at, American Gods, when you first started talking about it, Becky, you said, we're talking about the comic, not the novel, not the graphic novel, but the comic. So has it existed in previous form as a graphic novel?
No. I was just I misspoke. So this is the first series single comic book. It has never been done as I think sometimes online and like fanfic people have done like interpretations of it, but nothing sanctioned. Nothing officially sanctioned by Neil Gaiman. So yeah, American Gods came out as just a literary novel.
Okay. So because whenever you said this is the first one, this issued just as a
it's just a
graphic. No, I was going to say, well, what about the American Gods? But I misunderstood.
It looks like a trade, but it's not a trade because it's not a combination of smaller books that have already been released.
I mean, it's still a trade paperback, though. That's
all right. Fair. Sorry, but meaning all I wanted to say is that this does not exist as smaller serials.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, go check it out. It's the Damned. It's really cool. Get it down on Southside Comics.
Oni Press. What else
Oni
have
Press.
they done?
A lot of cool shit. Oni Press is doing cool shit all the time.
They did one of the books we did in the other episode.
Was it Motro? They did that one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Motro. I remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So anyway, I think that's good for this episode. You can find us at grownuphumans.com, epicastnetwork.com/grownuphumans, iTunes, Stitcher, Facebook, YouTube at Grownup Human Comic People. Rate and review. We will read whatever you fucking say. Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram at Grownup Humans. And let's go around the table. Everybody say goodbye. Grias. Dan.
Later, dude.
Becky.
No.
J-Man.
See ya.
Greg.
Until next time.
Daniel.
God.
That wasn't even a real burp. I fooled you.
Bamboozled.
You guys are idiots.
Bamboozled.
Every time.
Idiots.
Every time. It gets me every time. I'm Jared. That was the show. Thank you for listening. Good.
Human